Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered what makes the difference between a great leader or a pretender? We have a lot of leaders in our generation that are pretenders, but they're not really leaders. It is what we call value. Value births a sense of responsibility. It makes a leader not to say something by 9 a.m. and say something different by 3 p.m. when they are caught in the act. And so we have this sense of responsibility to not just arise overnight. It comes from leaders that have been able to take time to craft a clear leadership philosophy. And so we wonder in our generation, why are we lacking transformational leaders? Why are we lacking leaders that are servant leaders, people that are there to really serve the people, either as politicians or even as people working in the corporate sector or even religious organizations? It's as simple as lack of a clear leadership philosophy. You see a lot of politicians when it's time for campaign or people vying for CEO position or vying for even any position, we should not even go to those higher. Even as you apply for those applications you're sending in for jobs, you see a lot of high sounding rhetorics around leadership that you have read from book or 18th century and 19th century leadership philosophy of great leaders, and you quote Kamas, you quote different things, Aristotle, Socrates and all of that, but it does not touch your heart. You're not transformed. You do not live those things you say. And it's because we're lacking leaders that do not know what is their leadership philosophy. And to help bridge this gap, as a 2025 Global Leaders for the Ma-kor Institute, I will be mentoring 35 young people that will be selected across the Federation of Nigeria to mentor them to craft their leadership philosophy. And why 35? I'm picking 35 young people because the late Senator John McCain had the privilege of serving 35 years in US Congress. He was a maverick. He was a guy that challenged a lot of system, a lot of status quo. He stood for his philosophy. He stood for his belief. He did all of this because he had a clear leadership philosophy. So you go to any country, even across Africa, you come, people talk of the Owls, the Zeke, or whoever of this generation, or even leaders that you've not heard their name, like that, even people in the rural community, men that served in the trenches, they are people that had a clear leadership philosophy, not those things they quoted from book. And so I'll be working with 35 young people to help you walk through the process of crafting your own leadership philosophy. We have opportunity to work in group mentoring process. We also have opportunity to work individual. Then we're also going to conclude with a book review. We'll be working on 3 books. 3 books you see highlighted up here, but everybody will have to pick one of the book. You read it and we'll have the privilege to go through them. And at the end of the day, what you're going to take out from this process is that you're going to build lifelong friendship with 34 other young, powerful people, bringing about change in their community. You also have the opportunity to have a clear-cut leadership philosophy when we end this program. And you not just that, you begin to become someone that lives and operationalize their value. So if you know you're a young person between the age of 15 and 35, and you're already in the arena working for change, or you're aspiring to become someone that will walk in the arena to bring change, walk in the trenches, not those that just sit on social media, yabbing, they are not just blabbing, they know. People that are ready to get their hands dirty. When I mean dirty, the real work, working to serve society, working to bring about change in your spheres of influence. Then please click the link attached to this application. Ensure you do that between now and the 25th day of February 2026. After that, this is a cutoff point. We will be closing that. I'm also keeping special seat and slot for female young leaders that are working to bring about change. I'll be so happy to support them to craft a leadership philosophy that will position them for impact. So if you're that young person and you know you're ready for this change, please click the link and let's have some time together in helping ourselves to grow. And you want to see other details about the fellowship, the number of times and time commitment, please go through everything in detail. If you know you can't keep to the time commitment, if you know you're not disciplined enough to follow through this process, please do not sign up. I hope to see you. I hope to help your growth journey, and so you become a leader that live by their value. Thank you. Bye-bye.